Wọ́n kí gbogbo wa nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi mo kí wa pé àkókò ojú ọjọ́ ṣe rí mo kẹ́yìn ìyá mo kẹ́yìn bàbá mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mo kí àbúrò èmi ọmọ yín olólùfẹ́ yín ayé ọpẹ́ yọ ṣe yọ lọ́dọ̀ sí náà ní agbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run ayé ọpẹ́ á máa yọ fún wa lórí ọmọ lórí ìdáwọ́lé wa òun là ayé ọpẹ́ ló máa fi máa yọ èwo la mú wá fún ọlọ́jọ́ títí òní ìpè kí mi àti yín ká tó ṣe àgbéyẹ̀wò ẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí àṣejọ máa ń ṣe Yorùbá ni mí Yorùbá ni ìran mi èmi ọmọ kóòtù òjíire mi ọmọ aládé èmi ọmọ wọn ní tí wọn lá níbi tó ti ń ṣe nǹkan ńláńlá tó tún sọ̀rọ̀ ńláńlá you get it if you don't get it just forget it one love. àwé fún wọn tó o àwọn náà ò gbà ó ojú wọn ti wá mọ́ nísẹ̀yìn o mi ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀ àfi kí Ọlọ́run kó ṣàánú wa irú orin wo la lè kọ sí eléyìí báwo la ṣe lè ṣera wa báwo ni ọjọ́ iwájú báwo ló ṣe rí báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ rí báwo la ṣe ń wò sí torí wípé kí ni ikú ewu ń bẹ lóko ló ń gẹ́ mo ti fẹ́ da orí ẹ̀wò ìyẹ̀rú mo ti fẹ́ da oh my god ikú ewu ń bẹ lóko ló ń gẹ́ fúnra rẹ̀ náà gan òun gógán fúnra rẹ̀ ewu ni. Ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá ti ń bá mi bọ̀ tipẹ́tipẹ́ wípé àwọn pípù yìí wọ́n ní mission mo dẹ̀ tún wá ń sọ wípé ta ló burú jù ta lẹ́rù pó burú jù nínú dúdú àti òyìnbó ẹ bá mi fílẹ̀ ní comment section because wọ́n ní gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà bí ṣe máa ń sọ wọ́n lẹ́ni tó burú mọ̀ òun ẹni tó máa sọ fóun tó bá jẹ́ bí òun ẹ̀ ṣàforíjì. Number 2 wọ́n lẹ́ni tó ń kọ́ níkà ni tó ṣe ìkà yẹn òun gangan ìkà gan wà nínú ẹ̀ ṣé wọ́n gbà oh my god àwa ń pa òwe ta òwe la máa pa nípa à ń pò òwe ṣe ti mú pépà àti pen ẹ mọ̀ òun gangan ló kọ́ ní ìkà òyìnbó ò ṣe fira ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ kí dúdú wa máa kọ́ ní ìkà bó ṣe máa ṣe adarí àwọn ọmọ ìlú ẹ̀ abẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àṣeburúkú ṣoore tá à ń sọ wípé Donald Trump ó ti wọlé o ó ti bà ayé jẹ́ o ó ti bà kinní kan jẹ́ àṣé nǹkan tí Ọlọ́run fẹ́ là wá lójú fún wípé táwọn èèyàn bá pè mí pé ó ga o Donald Trump tàbí rí nǹkan tó ṣe gbọ́n wá ní tèmi o ní wípé ní àkókò tiẹ̀ ẹlòmíì ò ní pépà ìgbà yẹn ló máa ní àkókò tiẹ̀ ẹlòmíì ò tí ì láàní pé ó máa kọ́lé ó máa kọ́ tó bá ti rí oríṣiríṣi nínú ìrìn àjò ìlú òyìnbó yìí wàá ti mọ̀ wípé kò sí ìjọba tó débẹ̀ tán á fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan kan ṣá ó lè wù wọ́ Táyé kó má wù èmi Kẹ́hìndé bọ̀ eléyìí tó wá ṣe yìí eléyìí tó ṣe yìí ṣe mọ̀ wípé àwọn kan ń sunkún wípé ó ti stop àwọn ọ̀nà ìjẹ wọn kódà gan èèyàn kan sọ wípé ó lóye èèyàn tó máa lose iṣẹ́ nínú kíní first aid tán stop ó lóye èèyàn tó máa lose iṣẹ́ ìkànnì àṣé iṣẹ́ táwa rò wípé wọ́n ń ṣe fún wa wọ́n fi ń ba ayé àwọn dúdú jẹ́ ni ẹ wo nǹkan tó ń sọ wá dà ẹ wo nǹkan tó ń sọ wá dà ẹ wo bọ́n ṣe mú orí tán sọ́ dilẹ̀ ta la rí dá lẹ́bi ayé le o ta la rí dá lẹ́bi àlẹ́ ni tó bá kọ́ níkà tó bá ṣe òun gangan níkà àwọn olórí wa látilẹ̀ mi ò máa ń fẹ́ oníkálukú ló wà entitled fún opinion ni wípé táwọn kan bá sọ wípé glass báyìí òun náà fi gba ẹrú 6. Glass náà fi gba ẹrú 6. Àwa nìkan kọ́ náà kó lẹ́rù. Kí ni àwọn Roman Empire kí náà fi kó àwọn Bìrìtìkó, kí náà fi kó wọn lẹ́rú, kí náà fún wọn tán fi kó wọn lẹ́rú? Torí pé àwa dúdú a lè ever fẹnu tún tiwa ṣe. Òyìnbó mélòó l'Amẹ́ríkà fún? Tí mo mean ni pé ọmọ wọn mélòó ló fún Bìrìtìkó kán tó kó Amẹ́ríkà lẹ́rú? Yálà kán fi nǹkan kan ṣe pàṣípàrọ̀, yálà kán jagun gbà, nǹkan kan ló máa jẹ́. Ṣé yẹn la wá ń sọ títí di bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí? Ṣé yẹn la ṣì ń sọ? Wọn ò kó èèyàn lẹ́rú mọ́. Ókè, kí náà fi ń kó wa lẹ́rú ńsìn? Àwọn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ti àwọn bàbá tó ti lọ, yes. Tó dé òsì yín, kí náà fi ń kó wa lẹ́rú? Àwa fúnra wa là ń lu aago ńsìn náà wípé gbàǹjo buy one. Tẹ bá ti mú àwa ẹyọ kan, mo lè mú nínú ibi iṣẹ́ tí ààyè bá gba ẹlòmíì láti bá ọ̀gá ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀. A ní tó bá lè ṣe físà fún ìyá mi, tó bá lè ríṣẹ́ wá fún àti bàbá mi àtàwọn àbúrò mi àtàwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àtàwọn fámílì mi kiri, kí náà wá ṣe ń bí? Ẹrú náà la wá ṣe. A ti kúrò nínú oko ẹrú. Wọn ò tí ì yọ okùn kúrò lọ́rùn wa. Wọn ò tí ì ṣe kíni, wọn ò tí ì yọ okùn yìí, wọn ò tí ì yọ kúrò lọ́rùn wa. Ibo dẹ̀ ló ti ń wá wá? Wọ́n lámùkù ẹrù ẹ wo, ó lókè lẹ̀ ń wò ẹ̀ wò sàlẹ̀. Wọ́n ní ilé yẹn, wọ́n ní ṣe ló kàn ṣàdédé dà o. Báwo náà ṣe ṣe foundation ẹ̀? Àwọn olórí tó wà ń bẹ̀ ńsìn nínú 10 ìgbà tá bá rí ẹyọ kan or méjì tó dà. Ẹ wo nǹkan tí Goodluck Jonathan, ẹ wo nǹkan tó sọ, ẹ wo àlàyé tó ṣe, ẹ wo nǹkan tó wá padà wá ṣẹlẹ̀. Mo rí pé mo ti gba ara wa lákòókò bọ̀ kí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn kó lè dùn dáadáa, kó lè ní ìkìmí dáadáa. Mo mọ̀ pé a ti gbọ́ díẹ̀ ńbẹ̀, ká tó wá gbọ́ nǹkan àlàyé ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ tí arákùnrin yìí tó ṣe. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ wípé nígbà míì wà o lè ti wo èèyàn kan lè ti ṣàlàyé nǹkan kan fún ẹ rí kó má ní interest or kó má yé ẹ. Tẹ́lòmíì bá tún break it down, ẹ understand nsìn, tó bá wá wí pé wow, ṣé pé nǹkan kan náà lọ́jọ́ sọ? Eléyìí mo dẹ̀ ní àgbọ́yé ẹ̀ dáadáa. Ìyẹn ló máa fà á tí máa fi sọ wípé ẹ jẹ́ a túbọ̀ àgbọ́yé lẹ́nu nǹkan yìí ká ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tó wá máa gbé ibi tán bá. Kó tó di pé a máa wọnú ètò lọ, ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ gbé àwọn nǹkan yìí. Àwọn dàbí mo ṣe dà, ibi tán fẹ́, báwo náà ṣe fẹ́ jẹ́ kọ́jọ́ ọ̀la Áfríkà, báwo náà fẹ́ jẹ́ kọ́jọ́ ọ̀la wa yìí, báwo náà fẹ́ jẹ́ kó rí lórí wa àti lórí àwọn ọmọ. Kí n tó wá gbé àlàyé tí brọ́dà wa yìí tó ṣe ní ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́, kí n tó wá fi lé, kí n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tó wá gbé dìmíǹtìmí lára bọ́n yìí fẹ́ kó rí, kí n tó tún wá gbé, kí n tó wá fi fọba lé. Ẹ máa bá mi kà lọ.
The joy of a father and mother of 4 children has been stolen, and they have now been living in the shadows of themselves after their children were taken away by a commercial tricycle rider, and they all became nowhere to be found since November 2023. It was reported that both parents had contracted the commercial tricycle rider in their area in the Umuagu community of Umuahia in Abia State, and the commercial tricycle rider was paid in advance according to their negotiation to always convey their 4 children to school at weekdays. His name and phone number was not known, and neither was his home address known, but as agreed, the NAPEP rider has always been keeping up with timing and rendering his service judiciously. However, on Monday, the 27th of November 2023, the rider came to pick up the children, and that was his last seen moment. The children were not taken to school, and they never returned home ever since then. According to the narrations of the children's father, Mr. Chimaubi Aga, Their mother had taken the children to the napep rider at a junction of their home on the said Monday morning to convey them to their school as usual, but as at past 3 p.m. in the afternoon of the same day, the mother became worried for not seeing her children return home in due time. The eldest of the children were 7 years old, while others were 4 and 2 years old respectively. The mother was said to have gone to the school, where she was informed that her children never came to the school for the day. She became restless and placed a call to their father, who had left home on a business trip. The father, Mr. Chimaubi, was able to quickly return home. He made reports at the station, where he was given 2 police officers to go around and search for the children at strategic places. But unfortunately, the children were nowhere to be found. The Abia State Police Command Public Relations Officer, DSP Maureen Chinaka, has disclosed that investigation and search for the whereabouts of the missing children is still ongoing, and that anyone with useful information that could help in locating the children's whereabouts should kindly contact the police or notify at the nearest station.
Since that Monday till today make it 1 week, I haven't set my eyes on my children. Life is unbearable for me. I cannot even get myself. My sense is going out. All I know is that I strongly believe that the Lord who gave me those children will bring these children back to me. I have never took anything that belonged to anyone, not even far have ever lost to where I am.
I am the father of that 4 kids. Since I came back, I have never slept. Since I came back, to me to eat is very, even as I'm talking right now, until now, I have never taken anything. So it's like they have stolen my joy as a living being. So I need help. When I say I need help, I need all my Nigerians, all Abias, all worldwide, who can help me in all ratification. Let that read for me. I want to see my 4 kids alive.
Guys, are you sure that pregnant women are still safe right now in Nigeria? Like crazy things are happening. Listen to this. This 9-month-old woman went missing on the 7th of February 2025 and was found on the 12th of February around 7 p.m. at Young Roundabout in Port Harcourt, where her adopters dumped her after forcibly delivering the child and taking the child away. Can you imagine that? Like forcing the woman to deliver the child and took the child away, leaving this woman to her fate. Like, what is going on in this country? Why are people so wicked and mean? I beg, if you are a pregnant woman, avoid late night journey. Anything will go make you pregnant woman waka for night, avoid it with your full chest. Avoid it. The days are evil. Different methods and tactics are coming up every day. I beg, be careful and be guided. Share this information, share it, so that everybody will see what is trending right now. Share it, oh, this is not funny. This is serious. What is going on? Hi! May God save us all. May God save us all in this country. May God save us all. Can you imagine? After 9 months, you know what it means to carry a child for 9 months? You can imagine the pain this woman is going through. Hi!
The US government has been sponsoring Boko Haram in Nigeria through the US aid. Now, let me explain. I will need your total attention because we have a lot of evidence, a lot of things to analyze, so you need to pay attention this time around. Let's go. If you can remember, a few weeks ago, Donald Trump suspended US aid to many countries, including Africa and Nigeria. Upon further investigation, it was revealed that the US aid is not only doing humanitarian jobs, but also funding terrorism in many countries, including Nigeria. What is meant for international development, as the name implied, United States Agency for International Development, the USAID, was supposed to help other developing countries stand or develop. It was now being used to sponsor terrorism in places like Afghanistan. Let's just focus on Nigeria. In Nigeria, was used to fund Boko Haram in Nigeria. Now let's dive in. How did they successfully do that? All this played out very well before the 2015 general election in Nigeria. Before the 2015 general election, we all saw how insecurity was high in Nigeria, which resulted to the bring back our girls, the Chibok girls that was kidnapped from school. If most of you can remember, the Chibok girls kidnapped was the highest, or has been the highest, insecurity that Nigeria has ever experienced, which raised a lot of awareness internationally all over the world. everybody carried that placard called Bring Back Our Girls, which made Jonathan look like one of the worst president any country has ever seen. Well, behind that bad picture that Jonathan was carrying was the US aid funding that Boko Haram. And you can hear this when Jonathan said it then, because Jonathan knew that insecurity was not normal. It was sponsored by the external bodies, because if not, how were they able to survive in the forest? How do they get their arms? How do they get their food? How do they get medication? Now listen to what Jonathan said then.
There is a lot of politics about issue of weapons. Some of these weapons, especially sophisticated weapons, the technology belongs to one country. The weapons may be physically manufactured in another country, but for you to get it, you need to clear from the parent country.
In case you're asking that, how did this information come public now? The United States Congress said it recently in a Congress meeting. And listen to this.
Because your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what it's funding. It is not. You are funding terrorism, and it's coming through USAID. And it's not just Afghanistan.
Now, remember when Donald Trump won election that I said that Donald Trump election will reveal a lot of secrets of what is happening in many countries, especially Nigeria. Now, if you're asking the question that what will America benefit in the misfortune of falling of Nigeria? Now, if you don't know, Nigeria is one of the biggest countries in Africa, with the largest economy, larger resources, and all that. From 2010 to 2015, Nigeria was operating almost the highest economy in Africa. The Nigerian GDP was growing so high, almost competing with China, India, getting to the level of challenging America. So America saw this as a threat, as a country that wants to maintain world power. No country should ever challenge them, not even the one from Africa. So how do you stop them from growing? By creating insecurity. And how do you create that insecurity that they don't understand? Offer them aids. Now, do you know why our leaders will not recognize that? They will not recognize because of their greediness. So they front them money. They don't know what is behind that money that they are giving to them. Do you understand? Now, if you're asking, how are they able to carry out those things successfully? They were able to carry out those atrocities through NGO, non-governmental organization. So this is it. They created insecurity. In a way to make sure the insecurity continues, they had to keep funding those terrorists. And how do they fund them? They come in as NGOs, non-governmental organization. And guess what? African countries, they like NGOs, they like free money. So through the USA, they offer aids to Africa, especially those that has been affected by that insecurity. So when they come, they say they want to help those villagers or those people that has been affected by those insecurity. They come through NGO, non-governmental organization. They bring in those things. They don't give it to those villagers. They take those things to those terrorists. They give them food, give them money, give them arms to make sure that that insecurity continues in a way to keep Nigeria down. Now you can hear this from Chief Defense Officer of Nigeria, the encounter they've had with NGOs in Nigeria. Listen.
NGOs, there are so many things. If we want to go into NGO issues, there are so many things I had. Initially, when the NGOs came in, when we started, they didn't want any oversight function. They didn't want us to know where they were going to. We had issues with that because now they will go into the enclave of the terrorists and go and treat them. You are treating the same people that is attacking the communities. You tell them no, that you are neutral. How neutral can you be? We've had situations where allegations of arms, them conveying arms to us just to make sure that the war continues. We've had situations where they will tell you they are taking food to communities. Halfway, they will tell you the trailer has broken down. By next morning, the trailer is empty. And that vehicle that is broken down, the driver will just go and drive it and take it back. So what had happened? You have funded those guys. You are taking care of them equally. We've had several situations like that.
Now, not just that. Buhari also said something similar. Now, Buhari was used as a tool. They needed Jonathan out by all means. Jonathan needed to leave the seat so that they bring somebody they can use to crumble Nigeria economy. And what do? They funded Buhari's campaign. They funded Buhari's election. See, American government did everything to make sure Buhari's enter. And why did they need Buhari? They needed somebody Nigerians could trust because Buhari had military background. Oh, he was a dictator. He was this. That is why during 2015 general election, everybody, oh, Buhari, changes here, changes here. Everybody believed that Buhari was going to be the savior. But what happened when Buhari entered? Did insecurity stop? No, it worsened. In fact, Nigeria economy crashed more. Even the Buhari himself was later confused and he said this.
And I suspect international group that want to destroy Nigeria. Otherwise, how can Boko Haram come and stop us from from prospecting and development for petroleum in Lake Chad Basin. But we have managed to show Nigeria and the rest of the world that coal mining, we have so many billions of crude oil and gas.
Don't also forget that for the first time in history, Barack Obama, who was the president of America then, sent a direct message to Nigerians to vote for change. Tell me, what is his business with Nigeria election? What actually? What is the relationship?
Boko Haram, a brutal terrorist group that kills innocent men, women, and children, must be stopped. Hundreds of kidnapped children deserve to be returned to their families. Nigerians who have been forced to flee deserve to return to their homes. Boko Haram wants to destroy Nigeria and all that you have built. By casting your ballot, you can help secure your nation's progress.
Now, Jonathan was painted the bad guy. Jonathan saw all this, but he never wanted to fight back because the collateral damage would have been worse. I know a lot of people have said he should have fought, he should have stayed. Maybe if Jonathan had fought back, you and I might not have been here today because the people that Jonathan would have fought wouldn't just be the terrorists in the bush. It would have been those sponsoring the terrorists.
Immediately the Chibok issue came up, we expect Nigerians to be concerned. How do we get these girls out? Within a couple of days, we saw people going to the US would bring back our girls' placards. How? Why? And of course, the Mrs. Obama received one of those placards. I cannot take responsibility for the abduction. I don't control Boko Haram. They are criminals. Let me admit that, yes, maybe they do their best, but their best was not good enough for us to recover the girls.
Remember, during the time of that, Boko Haram was very high. How many of you remember that America refused to sell weapons to Nigeria? Nigeria were not able to purchase weapons. Nigeria was facing a very high terrorist attack going on. The terrorists had more weapons than the Nigerian army. So when Nigeria approached America to buy those weapons, guess what? America refused to sell to Nigeria government. So there was no way Nigeria would have won that fight against Boko Haram. Many reputable names in Nigeria knew what was happening. Many people knew, but they could not speak up. People that talked about it then was people like Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu said it in 2020 that there's no way the Nigerian army can win Boko Haram because the people sponsoring Boko Haram are bigger than the Nigerian government itself. Even a newspaper published it in 2015 when the now this our vice president Kani Shatima said it then that they all contributed in creating Boko Haram, which is now our problem. Now, here's the thing. Since the American current president, Donald Trump, banned or stopped the funding of US aid, how many times have you heard the Boko Haram attack? Because, of course, the funding has been cut. So, there's no longer resources for them to continue carrying out their attack or carrying out their activity. When you cut the tree from its roots, it will automatically die. So how do you blame the Nigerian government or politicians in this? You blame them because of their greediness. It was their greediness and selfishness that made them to fall victim of being used as a tool to destroy their own economy. Do you know how many lives that the Boko Haram destroyed in Nigeria? Do you know how many farms? Do you know what Nigeria went through because of Boko Haram? Funding them because our economy was growing. Do you know what Nigeria went through? This whole thing should not go unnoticed. Thank God for Donald Trump and Elon Musk for discovering the atrocity that the US aid has committed in Africa, especially Nigeria, by funding terrorism in the name of funding for AIDS. Because think about it, how many humanitarian resources has actually gotten to you, if not paying? Barack Obama heavily influenced the 2015 general election that brought us to where we are today. So Nigerians, I implore you, let's come together and build our country by ourselves. Let's open our eyes. Let us not allow those hungry, selfish, and blind politicians in power lead us into destruction. We must all take responsibility of our country, irrespective of our ethnicity or our diversity or maybe our tribe. Nigeria is our own. No matter the tribe you come from in Nigeria, the insecurity knows no tribe, hunger knows no tribe, destruction knows no tribe. It attacks anybody. Nigeria has been through a lot since 2015 till now, and we cannot continue to go through this again.
Oya, báwo ni? Àní ẹgbọ́ tó ní from up to bottom tó ń fẹ́ bá wa dé. Ẹ wá wo ayé àwọn youths. Ibẹ̀ yẹn tá a rí yẹn tó jẹ́ wípé tí mọ́tò bá wà nínú go slow, hold up, save. Ó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà tó bá wà nínú hold up go slow whatever òun láti wọn máa ní ẹ̀yin aráàlú òyìnbó ẹ̀ tẹ́ wọ́n bọ́ ṣe ń ṣe ẹ má fi fóònù sí kinní kan ọmọ tún ní kó má lo fóònù láwọn ibì kan irú eléyìí sì mi ò mọ irú ibi tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ wá wo àwọn ọmọ yẹn ẹ wo nǹkan tó ń rè nísìnyí gbogbo àwọn girls ẹ wo àwọn girls ẹ wo tó ń fi obìnrin ṣe ẹ wá wo itú náà kí wọ́n wá lọ púpọ̀ jù ẹ jẹ́ ká tó wá lọ wo èyí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ fún ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ti gbọ́ àtàwọn tó ń ti gbọ́ torí mò ń sọ fún èèyàn kan wa tó ń jọmọ Ìlọrin rí nítorí àwọn ò tí ì rí tí wọ́n sábẹ́ sẹ́ndì fídíò yẹn sí wọn fáwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló máa jẹ́ pé àwọn ẹlòmíì ò tí ì rí fídíò yẹn ẹ jẹ́ àsáré kékeré ẹ̀ ní máa play kẹ wá wo àwọn tán láwọn ń béèrè ṣẹ̀ríà lọ kí wá gbé fídíò míì wá níbi tí àwọn ayé míì tán ti rí àwọn nǹkan láti fi ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ báwo náà ṣe kí ló fẹ́ fi produce kí ló fẹ́ fi nǹkan kékeré àgbálùmọ̀ tó bá jẹ́ tán kí làwọn lè fi produce ẹ̀yin jí láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ kan ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní campaign wípé ọ̀rọ̀ ṣẹ̀ríà òun ló kàn ṣé ẹ rò pé gbogbo àwọn ọmọ yìí tán bá jáde ní school tán bá ríṣẹ́ tán bá rí nǹkan mú sẹ́nu ọ̀hún ẹni tó lọ sí ṣé wàá rí níbi tí ìlú òyìnbó dé ok màá gbé fídíò tí ìlú òyìnbó wá kẹ́ ẹ lè mọ̀ wípé àwọn òyìnbó wọn fi gba kọ́kọ́ sùn àwọn gan ti mú àsè priority nsìn wípé wọ́n ń campaign ẹ̀ gan ni tó bá ṣe secondary school tán tó bá fẹ́ lọ síbi iṣẹ́ wípé o fẹ́ kọ́ṣẹ́ you are free to do so wọ́n tún máa support ẹ̀ wọ́n ń ṣe pẹ̀lú nursing gan sìn wọ́n ń ṣe name it tí UK ni mo mọ̀ just name iṣẹ́ tó bá fẹ́ ṣe ń sìn tó jẹ́ pé lọ ṣe bí ìgbà tó ok o fẹ́ kọ́ bọ́n ṣe ń ṣe iṣẹ́ o ò ní ìdá tí lọ sí school 4 years lọ sí ilé iṣẹ́ ibi tán ti ń ṣe tán bá ti gbà ẹ́ ń bẹ̀ àwọn yẹn máa sanwó fún ẹ ìjọba náà tún ní nǹkan tó máa fi support ẹ by the time tó bá máa fi ṣe tán ìwọ tó lọ á ní ìnáwó ṣé àní ni bọ́ kí làbọ̀ ẹ̀ ní ìlú wa yìí ṣáni ní àwọn tó bá fún lọ́wọ́ yẹn wípé kí wọ́n fi ra nǹkan irinṣẹ́ síbi wọ́n máa pín wọn máa kó sápò wọn ni kò sí Àbújá lọ́rùn ọ̀pẹ Àbújá kankan ò sí lọ́rùn ọ̀pẹ àárín nǹkan kan fi kún kò fẹ́ kó jọ wípé ó fẹ́ dà bó a dúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run pé àwọn èèyàn náà ti ń rí gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tá à ń sọ nǹkan tí ṣe Sunday Igboho tó ń pariwo tó ń ṣe ń lé wọn kiri tó ń ṣe ní ẹmu ń bí ẹmu lọ́hùn ẹgbẹ́ wọn ti gbẹ́sẹ̀ lórí gbogbo bank account wọn tó ń gbé ẹsẹ̀ lé láti ọjọ́ yọ̀hún tí ìgbésẹ̀ kúrò ń bẹ̀ pé a máa fara ní ẹni sẹ́yìn tábùgbà tó ti gbà máa fara fẹ́ tábà fẹ́ fara ní ẹ̀ pa ìwọ àti Nnamdi Kanu ẹ gbẹ́nu yín dákẹ́ ẹ mọ́ ẹnu yín ẹ ṣẹnu yín ní lámbà ẹ gbẹ́nu yín dákẹ́ kí wá wò ń sìn ọkùnrin jáde obìnrin jáde fídíò mi lè ní mo fẹ́ gbé wá.
If you have teenagers in the UK, you need to listen to this. I did a video that went viral about apprenticeship, how important apprenticeship is for our children, because when you get into an apprenticeship scheme, you don't need to incur student loan and you will still get that degree that you want, you still get qualified, the company will pay for your education and they will still be paying you salary whilst you are growing and learning in your knowledge. This is an opportunity that we must not let our children miss. The National Apprenticeship Week has been announced 10th of February to the 16th of February 2025. You don't even need to wait for that time yet. There is a lot of online sessions that are going on now on the website. Check it now, filter it, and watch those sessions to give you more knowledge about various apprenticeship schemes that are going on in different parts of the UK. They used to do this once every year. You don't want to miss it. It's a great opportunity for you to know how apprenticeship works. It is also a great opportunity to be able to ask all the questions that you have. You'll be able to ask the college questions, you'll be able to ask the company questions, and you'll be able to use that information to support your child.
A very big warehouse discovered at Umumeje village, Shomangwa local government area. This is the warehouse, this is the entry. This is the warehouse. So let's go inside and see what is stocked here. Things they happen. This army on standby. NAVDAC, police. Okay. This is the story building, two-story building, with an adjoining one-story building, all filled up with products of NAVDAC concern. Filled to the brim. Everything is stacked to the point that you won't have any breathing space anywhere. This is how all the rooms in this place is filled up. Look at it. Everywhere filled up. This is replicated everywhere. Stay up, going up, even down here. Different kinds of product of concern. Controlled drugs, expired drugs. See, this first floor. This is what we have everywhere. Unregistered products, expired products. See what they are using to change the date marking. See the machine for changing the ink. They're changing the dates. See everything here. See this one they have worked on already. See? Real big deal. This is first floor. The validation section. This is other wing. Mumeje village in Osisomangwa. These are injectables. These are the things here. With other multivitamin capsules. Everywhere is filled to the brim. Everywhere. Any place you enter, you will be greeted with products. Everywhere you enter, you'll be greeted with products. See this part, this section. A lot is here. We have enough security on ground. Army, police. Surprisingly, there's an adjoining section that is filled up. Wait. I don't want to cut this video. Sorry. Alright, so this is about. These places were filled up, but we have evacuated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, sir. 6, 7, 8. All these 8 places I counted were filled up with materials like this, but they've not been evacuated by bulldozers. They were all filled up like this. Expired. Look at it. Cerebrus. That's what it is. This. How quiet they are bringing it out. It's faster. This is it. I won't get you. No. I know for sure. See it. Everywhere. everywhere. Filled up. All right, so these are coming from all these places filled with products. Thank you for watching.
Nínú Islam kò sí tó ní kẹ́ máa ṣògùn owó. Nínú Islam kò sí tó ní kẹ́ máa ṣògùn owó. Ẹ̀sìn. Àwọn bàbá wa àná yẹn ògùn owó lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn ṣe tá a fi rí wọn lónìí. Bàbá wa Sheikh Yusuf Abuhaji, bàbá wa Sheikh Kamaluddin Al-Adabi, bàbá wa Sheikh Adam Abdullahi Al-Ilori. Ògùn owó ni gbogbo wọn ṣe tá a fi rí àǹfààní wọn jẹ lónìí. Ẹ bá balẹ̀ o, ìṣèjọba kò sọ ọmọ tí kò sọ. Sẹ́yìn ògùnwó yẹn ó yí sí gan ṣùgbọ́n ohun tó jẹ́ kí olóṣèṣì pọ̀ láyé lónìí ni pé owó tá a fẹ́ fi ṣe ògùn owó yẹn à ní lọ́wọ́. Èyí tó jẹ́ kó olóṣèṣì pọ̀ nínú ayé tá a bá wọ̀ ní pé ní owó tá a fi ṣògùn owó yẹn à ní lọ́wọ́.
Àfà Rahman ti pa girlfriend rẹ̀ Yétúndé o. Àfà Abdulrahman Bello ti pa girlfriend ẹ wo bó ṣe kún bí ẹran. Kí ló dé ẹ̀yin èèyàn kí là ń bá ká báyìí ló ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ ní sùúrù jẹ́ kí n sọ bó ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ fún ọ. Àfà Abdulrahman nílọrin Abdulrahman Bello nílọrin ó ti pa girlfriend ẹ̀ Yétúndé ó ti kún wẹ́wẹ́ ó ti kún girlfriend ẹ̀ wẹ́wẹ́ bọ́rọ̀ ṣe jẹ́ lélẹ́yìn lọ́jọ́ ní on 10 of February oṣù tá a wà 25 ó ní Yétúndé máa sọ pé òun jáde òun lọ síbi ọlọ́mọ ó lóun lọ síbi ọlọ́mọ so ó dágbére ńlé ńgbà tó débi ọlọ́mọ according to the information that reach us wọ́n ní ibẹ̀ ni kọ́ ti wọlé fún Yétúndé ńgbà tó ń jẹun lọ́wọ́ gan ni wọ́n ló ń jẹun lọ́wọ́ ní kọ́ wọlé fún wọ́n ní bó ṣe drop oúnjẹ yẹn àlọ́ náà rí wọn rábọ̀ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ jọ́kìnní jọ́kejì jọ́kẹta so ńgbà tó wá díjọ́ Tuesday làwọn mọ̀lẹ́bí bá gba police station lọ pé àárọ̀ mọ́ wá o báyìí lọ́rọ̀ ṣe jẹ́ o wọ́n wá sọ pé káwọn mọ̀lẹ́bí ó drop phone number Yétúndé kán drop ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ fún wọn so àwọn mọ̀lẹ́bí wá drop phone number Yétúndé sílẹ̀ phone number yẹn náà wá fi track location ibi tí phone yẹn wà phone number tí tán drop kalẹ̀ phone number Yétúndé náà fi track location rẹ̀ Àfà Abdulrahman kí ló dé nígbà tí wọ́n máa dé bẹ́sì tán máa trace location yẹn through sim card yẹn náà ti rí i pé ọ̀dọ̀ Rahman ní kíní yẹn wà wọlé sí ẹ ti understand so nígbà tó wá di pé àwọn ọlọ́pàá arrest Rahman wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní interrogate ẹ̀ ó tiẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ ń sọ pé asthma ló gbé nígbà tó gbé asthma gbé ó padà kú mọ́ lọ́wọ́ nígbà tó ń wò mọ́ tó ń fẹ́ sí lórí ẹ̀ bọ̀ nígbà tí investigation yẹn wá ó fi àsìkò gbé kudos sáfáwọn ọlọ́pàá.
ṣọ́gbọ́dọ̀ máa sọ wípé ó ti lọ léèwé ó ti ní àwọn qualification kan lè fún qualification tó ní gan ló tún lè dá school sílẹ̀. Ọ̀nà dá tí ọmọ ọdún 8 tó bá wà lórí ayélujára tọ́lọ́run bá fún ní làákàyè tí ò ní máa fi èjì kó kan wípé tẹ́lẹ̀ lè fi wọn jẹ ẹ wo ọmọkùnrin tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ní Kogi ní last month or early this month ni ṣe rò pé àwọn pípọ̀ yìí because àwọn èèyàn kan ló wà nísàlẹ̀ ẹ ti gbàgbé wípé ní port tiwa ní Nàìjíríà ní House of Assembly náà gbé kéèsì yẹn wá tó fi ń sọ wípé àwọn rí nǹkan ọmọkùnrin tó fẹ́ gbé kọjá lọ sí China ẹ ti gbàgbé tó bá jẹ́ òyìnbó ni wọ́n máa mójútó wípé èèmọ̀ ti wọ̀lú kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ibo náà ti rí àwọn wo náà ṣe é. Ǹjẹ́ lẹ́yìn ìgbà tó ń sọ ní House of Assembly alọ́kọ́lá gbọ́ ṣáà rí àbọ̀ ṣé mi àti ń ṣàgbọ́ àbọ̀ ẹ wá gbọ́ nǹkan tí Làbíbù tó sọ ìkọ́gbọ́n nǹkan tí Làbíbù sọ yẹn àwọn kò ń sọ àṣetara ni kò ń ṣe mùsùlùmí nìkan Christian ń ṣe àwọn babaláriwo ń ṣe àáfà ń ṣe gbogbo wọn lọ lọ́wọ́ ń bẹ gbogbo wọn lọ lọ́wọ́ ń bẹ bí Nàìjíríà ṣe dà yìí gbogbo wọn lọ lọ́wọ́ ń bẹ pásítọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ń bẹ ìmáàmù lọ́wọ́ ń bẹ àáfà lọ́wọ́ ń bẹ ìyájọ lọ́wọ́ ń bẹ bí Nàìjíríà ṣe dà yìí gbogbo wọn lọ lọ́wọ́ ń bẹ. Let's go. Ẹ jẹ́ àgbọ̀ nǹkan tí.
finish yìí ni pé ní ìdí kó lọ sẹ́wọ̀n o no o ẹ̀wọ̀n kọ́ o ẹ pa ni o ẹ pa padà ni o ẹ gbé e lórí ilẹ̀ kan ẹ dájọ́ gbogbo aráàlú ní ká wá bẹ̀ ká wá wò ó gbogbo àwọn aráàlú wọn náà ká wá wò ó ẹ pa ọ̀pọ̀ yìí o lánàá kí tó kó lọ ni àdúgbò wọn ibi tọ́mọ yẹn ń gbé ni mo ti lọ sí wáàsí ilé wọn síbi tí mo ti lọ sí wáàsí bóyá ilé mẹ́ta síbẹ̀ ilé mẹ́ta síbi tí mo ti lọ sí wáàsí ibẹ̀ ni mo ti sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ẹ gbàgbé rẹ ọmọ yìí ti kú owó pa ni o ní ìsàwádáwó ká pa padà ní òye nípa mílíọ̀nù kí n máa wúrọ̀ o ẹni tẹ àwọn tó pa ọmọ wọn wọ́n wà ní ọkùnrin báyìí o wọ́n ti fọ́kàn ọmọ yẹn láwọn ọmọ yìí yóò ṣe sòrò láwọn ọmọ yẹn ti kú òun wọn tó bí wọ́n ti pàdánù kí ní kótó aṣọ òkú fúnra rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú kú ọlọ́run ẹ wo bó ṣe lára tó bọ́lọ́mọ ó gé gbogbo wọn rẹ̀ sí òkè ó dú ẹ̀jẹ̀ rẹ̀ sí òkè gbé ike ọ̀dà ńláńlá àwọn ò ní fọwọ́ sẹ́nu sọ̀rọ̀ àdúgbò wọn ni mo ti lọ sí wá sí àdúgbò wọn lórí burúkú yìí lọ́pàá yìí àdúgbò wọn gangan ilé wọn bí ilé kẹta ilé kẹrin sí ti mo lọ sí wá sí ni mo ti sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn body light pé wọ́n pa ni kò sọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo ẹni tí bá ti máa ń fọwọ́ bu ọ̀rọ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ olórí ìgbúrò náà ẹ àwọn tó bí ó lẹ́pẹ́ ti gbàgbé bá ń pé ọmọ náà ti kú ẹ̀yin bàbá yẹn pa ẹ má jẹ́ kó lọ kóòtù kan mọ́ kóòtù yẹn ṣebí tí ọ̀rọ̀ bá kílẹ̀ ló lọ kóòtù sí ó ti kílẹ̀ ẹ má jẹ́ káwọn yẹn máa fún àwọn ṣèdájọ́ wọ́n fún àwọn tó gbé tí ẹ bá máa tètè máa ṣèdájọ́ lórí nǹkan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn ò ní gbọ́dọ̀ wájú ìmọ̀ o ẹ̀ẹ̀kún fẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ẹ̀kún láìkí pé kẹ́nìkan fún ara rẹ̀ dájọ́ kò ní ìdí kóòtù kankan mọ́ kò ní ìdí kóòtù ìwọ̀n kóòtù ẹ bá dé kóòtù jọ́ọ̀jì ọlọ́dẹ́kẹ́mi jọ́ọ̀jì tó wà wà lóògùn ní ìdí kan tó kó pé fáàdì ọ̀nì kìnnì kan padà wá àbí àfibẹ́jọ́ yìí sí ọ̀nì kìnnì kan ní next year ẹ ń fún ní chance àti gbáyé nìyẹn ẹ tètè lẹ́kẹ́ gbé lọ ó yẹ ká.
gbogbo nǹkan tó ń gé ní kéékèèké yẹn tó ń gé ní pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́ yìí àwọn wo ló ń tà fún àwọn wo ló wà nídìí ẹ̀ àwọn wo ló wà nídìí ẹ̀ èyí tí à ń fà lábìbù tó ń sọ yìí pé níṣe ni kán pa o níṣe ta ni ò mọ̀ pé bóyá kán ṣe kankan nìyẹn ṣọ́n ló ṣeré à ní amẹ́ríkà náà ló ṣeré à lamẹ́ríkà òfin náà ń lò ní britico bọ́ òfin ti nàìjíríà ṣó work ṣé bóyá yẹ kó wà lójú òun ló wà ṣọ́n dúró lórí bóyá yẹ kó wà ọ̀hún dúró lórí ẹ̀ àwọn wo náà ṣe òfin yẹn ṣebí christian àti muslim ló jẹ́ 90% àwọn tó ń ṣòfin ní nàìjíríà 90% wọn ṣe báwọn christian báwọn muslim ni ṣé o mọ nǹkan tó tọ́ ṣé ó dìgbà tí sẹ̀rí àbá wa ó dìgbà tí wọ́n bá gbé sẹ̀rí àsórí bóyá àwọn kan náà fẹ́ ṣe fún ṣé ọwọ́ ìjọba ò ran nǹkan tán lè ṣàṣe wípé kán dá sẹ̀rí àfún ní amẹ́ríkà àwọn stéètì kan wà bó bá pààyàn wọ́n máa pa ni àwọn stéètì kan wà bó gápá èèyàn á máa gápá ẹni àwọn stéètì kan wà àwọn ò ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ bó ti nàìjíríà bọ̀ torí wípé àwọn gbogbo lọ́wọ́ ń bẹ̀ ní ó mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ báwo ló ṣe ń sọnù ẹ wo bọ́n ṣe wá sọ ẹ̀yìn ọ̀dà mẹ́ta tẹ́ ń kọ́ bọ̀ kó jọ àwa lójú kò dẹ̀ gà wá láyà torí wípé kí ni a ti ń pariwo wa ti ń sọ wípé nǹkan tó ń bọ̀ lókè yìí sẹ́ ẹ̀ wípé tó bá yá ẹ fẹ́ máa jẹ ara yín ẹ̀yin tí ẹ nígbàgbọ́ lórí wọn nàìjíríà ẹ mọ ọ̀rọ̀ kan tí Chief Sunday Igboho náà sọ Chief Sunday Igboho náà sọ̀rọ̀ bóyá mo lè mọ́ nù kíní pé tí ì rí nǹkan kan ó dìgbà tẹ́ bá rúnra tán bá rúnra wọn jẹ báyìí tí ọmọ bá ń jẹ bàbá tí bàbá bá ń jẹ ọmọ ṣé kò ti ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí ṣé kò ti ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí ṣé kò ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí eléyìí ò yí pé níṣe ni kẹ́ pa o níṣe ni kẹ́ gé wọn o níṣe ni kẹ́ pè wá sí tó bá fẹ́ gé wọn normally but àwọn wo ló wà ń bẹ̀ àwọn wo ló ń gé ní kékèké lọ́ta fún àwọn wo ló ń yọ ìfọ̀ àwọn wo ló ń yọ gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tí wọ́n fẹ́ lò àwọn wo ló ń yọ nǹkan tó jẹ́ wípé bóyá ọmọ wọn sì kí lọ hospital wọ́n ń wá nǹkan tán lè fi pààrọ̀ lára ọmọ wọn tí dókítà náà tó máa wà nídìí ẹ pé tán bá ti rí nǹkan báyìí ló máa ṣe ta ibo ló ń pín sí gangan àwọn wo ló wà ńbẹ̀ ṣẹ́ni tó lówó ni ṣẹ́ni tí ò lówó ni ṣẹ́yìn nígbàgbọ́ pé gbogbo nǹkan tó ń pín káàkiri babaláwo nìkan ló wá ń pín fún nìkan kán kúkú kó gbogbo everybody kúrò ńlẹ̀ kan ti Libya kan ṣe bíi ti Gaddafi ṣe wípé òkè tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n ti fẹ́ sọ dirú something like nǹkan tó ń ṣe ní Nàìjíríà ìgbà tó gbórí oyè lónìí you know what tẹ́ bá ti ṣe Allahu Akbar tán bá ti ṣe assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ẹni tó bá dúró 2 minutes ẹ gbé ẹ kì mọ́lẹ̀ ẹ jìrò búrúbúrú ẹ̀jú tẹ̀ yí mọ́tò nǹkan tó ń ṣe ẹ̀tọ́ fún mi. ṣẹ́rí tí wọ́n báyìí tí fi ọwọ́ líle mú wa ní Áfíríkà kò ní dá kò dẹ̀ fẹ́ jọ wípé ó máa dá mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé àkókò jẹ́ ọjọ́ ṣeré èmi ọmọ yín olólùfẹ́ yín ayé ọpẹ́ yọ ṣe ọlọ́tọ̀ sí náà ní agbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run ayé ọpẹ́ ayọ̀ fún wa lórí ọmọ lórí ìdáwọ́rí wa òun là ayé ọpẹ́ máa yọ fún wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ṣe mo máa ń sọ Nàìjíríà burú kò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ẹ kò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi náà Nàìjíríà yìí tó dáa òun ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ sí èmi àti yín ní agbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run, ní agbára ṣẹ̀dá bó ṣe máa rí nìyẹn. God bless you. Ẹ má gbàgbé láti bá wa tẹ like, ẹ tẹ má gbàgbé láti fi comment sílẹ̀. Ara nǹkan ọ̀nà tẹ́lẹ̀ gbà láti fi support wa nìyẹn. Ẹ̀yin tó wá jẹ́ nígbà àkọ́kọ́ tẹ máa kọ́kọ́ pàdé wa lórí ìkànnì aláyọ̀ yìí, ẹ má gbàgbé láti bá wa subscribe so that anytime tó bá ń ṣe program ẹ lè máa jẹ́ ní àkọ́kọ́ tẹ máa fi máa rí notification. God bless you. One love. Bye for now.
This is good news to all. But first of all, write this number down. 1-845-293-8937. You will get through to Divine Travels and Tours. They help you process and obtain USA work permit visa, tourism and visiting visa, vacation and cruises. Wow! The USA work permit visa allows you to legitimately work anywhere in USA once you arrive. Interesting. Call Divine Travels and Tours, New York, USA on 1-845-293-8937 or send email to divinetravelstours5@gmail.com. Divine Travels and Tours is tested, trusted, and reliable.
Kindly subscribe to YouTube channel and follow on Facebook page at Dr. Zabby's Talk Show.